Hello, have you ever thought about changing the shape and appearance of your nose, but you were afraid of undergoing surgery? You did not want to get a surgery done, you did not want to spend that much money, you did not want to spend that much time recovering. Then maybe a non-surgical rhinoplasty might be the answer for you. I'm Dr Aniketh Venkataram, plastic surgeon at the Venkat Center for Skin, ENT and Plastic Surgery, Bangalore. And today, we are going to talk a little bit about non-surgical rhinoplasty. So, what is non-surgical rhinoplasty? A rhinoplasty is a surgery where you change the shape of a nose. Now, this change in shape can be many things. It can be making the nose bigger, making the nose smaller. A lot of people have a hump on their nose which you can straighten out. A lot of people have a very wide tip which you can make it sharper. A lot of people have a tip that is falling down which you can bring up. Usually this is done during surgery, which is done under general anesthesia, and it takes around 2 to 3 weeks to recover from that surgery, and it takes around 6 to 9 months to see the results of that surgery. Now obviously there are many people who don't want to undergo a surgery. They don't want to spend that much time recovering from it, and they are afraid of any complications that surgery might have. While rhinoplasty is a very safe surgery, there is an alternative for those who do not want to undergo surgery. In non-surgical rhinoplasty or filler rhinoplasty, we use something called a filler. A filler is a material called hyaluronic acid which comes in a syringe. We inject this to change the shape of the nose. Fillers are used to change the shape of the face, to improve the face. If you have hollows, you can fill them out. If you are growing a little bit older and your face is sagging, you can use fillers. And recently, we have started using fillers for changing the shape of the nose as well. So what can you do with fillers? You can make the nose look sharper. You can make the tip look sharper. You can bring the tip up a little bit. If you have a hump, you can make it appear straight. If your nose is too low and you want to bring it up, you can bring it up. You can do all kinds of things with fillers in the nose. Now, the amazing thing about fillers in the nose is that even though you're technically adding stuff, you're adding material with the filler, you are not subtracting anything. You can make a larger nose actually appear smaller. This is because the most common example of this is in someone who has a hump nose, where you have a hump. So it's the hump that makes someone's nose appear big. But if you add material above and below the hump and you make it look straight, even though technically the nose is a little bit bigger, it looks smaller. It looks in focus. It looks in balance. This is because the face is all about proportions. And when you balance out these proportions, you can make it look really, really nice. Now, we're going to look at one example of a procedure of a patient who underwent a filler rhinoplasty. So, if you see the nose of this patient, we will see that there is a small hump on top of the nose, that the nose is kind of drooping, it is kind of falling down a little bit. These are the two main things that the patient wanted to be corrected. Also, from the front view, she wanted the nose to appear a little bit sharper. In this video, you can see the filler rhinoplasty being performed. This is done as a daycare procedure. So you come, get it done, and you leave immediately. There is no downtime. The results are seen immediately, and they last for around 1 year. The advantage of this procedure over regular rhinoplasty is that you don't need to take any time off to recover, and that you can see the results instantly. The trade-off is that the results last for around 1 to 1.5 years. You can see in the video that the patient is quite comfortable. She's not having any pain or any discomfort. The procedure is done with all safety precautions during the COVID pandemic. The entire procedure takes around 10 to 15 minutes, after which the patient is observed for another 15 minutes, and then they are free to leave and immediately get back to all their routine activities. Now, when you see the result, you can see that the hump is gone. It's a nice straight nose. You can see that the tip is lifted up. It is not falling down anymore. And most importantly, the nose actually looks smaller. This is even though we have added material to the nose and it is technically bigger. It is just more in balance and more in proportion. And that's why it looks so much nicer. From the front view, it looks straight, it looks sharp, and the tip looks lifted up. This is our patient after her non-surgical rhinoplasty. As you can see, she had a bump which we have straightened and the tip is looking sharper. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good, especially the results are like amazing.
Thank you so much. And was it very uncomfortable?
No, I think it's just a slight pain. Tolerable. I think it's quite tolerable.
Okay. And would you recommend us to others as well?
Yeah, obviously.
Thank you so much. Now, as you can see, filler rhinoplasty can do a lot of wonderful things. But you might be asking, are there any side effects? Are there any complications? Well, filler rhinoplasty is something that has to be done by the proper person. You need to make sure that the person doing it is properly trained. This is because if filler rhinoplasty is not done properly, you can end up injecting filler in the wrong place. And the worst thing which can happen when you're injecting a filler is if you inject it into a blood vessel, you can close the blood vessel. In the nose, what this can do is it can cause ulcers in the tip of the nose, or it can even affect your vision. So there is a way this can be done. It has to be done safely, it has to be done properly. So make sure you find someone who knows what they're doing and who is well trained. I have authored a paper on this with my guru, Dr. Kasir from New York, about how to inject in the nose safely and effectively with good results. If you like this video and you have more questions, do feel free to get in touch with us. Our information will be on the screen shortly. If you want more such information on anything related to skin and plastic surgery, do like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.